President Biden says his hands are tied. The pandemic's national eviction moratorium is set to expire tomorrow. He was calling for Congress to step in and help, and there was an effort to try to do that up until the last minute today, but that effort has failed. They were talking about potentially extending it another 3 months or 6 months, but again, that is not going to happen. We found that out just about a half an hour ago. Altagracia Peirre Outerbridge is a landlord and tenant attorney in New York. Altagracia, thank you for your time. Despite this effort now, looks like this will expire, the moratorium, tomorrow. And I think in order to put this into perspective for people, this could impact millions of people starting tomorrow.
Absolutely, Joe, and thank you for having me. We know that about 7.4 million people in the U.S. are behind on rent, so it is a massive amount of people that will be affected by the end of this moratorium.
So what happens tomorrow? For our folks who are behind on the rent, can they expect, the note on the door saying you're evicted? Do they have options? Can they try to at least negotiate with the landlord?
Absolutely. So there are many options still. One of the main options is that some states have passed extension to this eviction moratorium, so the states can still act even if the federal government has not acted, right? So at least in New York, we know that the moratorium has about 30 more days. Our moratorium in New York ends on August 31st, 2021. In New Jersey is January 2022. So the states can actually take action and pass this moratorium. Something else that renters can do is to actually apply for the rental assistance that's around. There's about $47 billion in rental assistance, mostly from the feds, that is actually flowing and should be flowing. So renters could apply for that.
So the moratorium was on evictions, and this is an important point, Altagracia. This is not rent forgiveness, correct? I mean, in most of these cases, these folks are not getting a break on their rent. They're going to still have to pay, in fact, the back rent.
Correct. No, it is not a break on rent. It's actually stopping the marshal, the sheriff from locking your door. It's actually stopping the court system from determining that you are evictable and issuing an order for your eviction. So it's really stopped the legal process.
Yeah, when you talk about the numbers that we have, Altagracia, I'm wondering what you think the impact this could have potentially on people who are not only forced out, but forced onto the street.
Correct. So, I mean, it would be a massive, shelter, right? Massive shelter, massive homelessness. As you know, eviction affects all areas of life, right? Your home is really where if you're evicted, your health is at stake, your children's schooling, your work, your ability to work consistently. So being evicted really affects you in every single way, as well as your family.
I know you represent landlords as well. I'm curious, in many cases, they're not getting the rent from the tenants, so they're having to cover the mortgage themselves. What if they can't? And have you heard from landlords who are struggling as well as tenants are to pay the bills?
Absolutely. We get calls at our New York office. We get calls daily from small landlords, large landlords saying I'm owed $40,000, $50,000, $200,000 in rent, right? So at least in New York, the landlords can themselves apply for the rental assistance on behalf of the tenant, right? Landlords can start eviction proceedings as long as their state doesn't have an extended moratorium. And even in New York, despite the extended moratorium, landlords can actually proceed in court if the tenant has not submitted a hardship affidavit, meaning that they are seeking a personal extension to the moratorium due to a hardship caused by COVID.
So who in the end is sort of left holding the bag, Altagracia? Because we've mentioned the tenants are struggling to pay the bills. As a result, the landlords are having a hard time paying their bills. Are the banks giving the landlords a break at all on this, or are they demanding their money as well?
I mean, no, I haven't heard that the banks are giving landlords any break, right? Yeah. So who's left holding the bag? I mean, I would actually say both sides. I think no one wants to be in that situation. Neither a tenant, it sours the relationship, nor does a landlord want to be in the situation. So ultimately, there will be some rent abatement. There will be massive rent abatements or reductions in rent for landlords to actually get some of the rent that they're owed so that they can keep functioning.
Before we go, Altagracia, one piece of advice you might give to a tenant in particular. You mentioned trying to get a hold of some of this housing aid that's out there, but Beyond that, what would you suggest? Maybe trying to talk to the landlord, especially if you have a good relationship with them?
Absolutely. Always I'll talk to your landlord, especially if you have a long-term relationship with him or her. I would also say find out what your rights are, your specific state rights, right? At least in New York, you can submit a hardship affidavit saying that you cannot be evicted for health or financial hardship reasons. I would also add to that you should, tenants should form tenants associations, really get together and stick together. My final tip would really be to get an attorney, whether it's a paid attorney or a free lawyer. Seek out legal help to represent you in court if you are brought to court.
Well, it's certainly eye-opening when you realize millions of people will be going to bed tonight wondering what tomorrow will bring with the expiration of this moratorium on evictions. Altagracia Peirre Outerbridge, tenant and landlord attorney, we appreciate your time. Have a good weekend.